Hi Virgo, welcome to Moon Dancer Tarot. This is your September 2021 new moon reading. The new moon is in Virgo. In the eastern part of the United States, this is taking place on Monday, September 6th, so adjust for your time zone. But we are looking at the energy that this new moon in Virgo is bringing in for Virgo. This energy will play out about 2 weeks. So over the next couple of weeks, you'll be feeling this and working with this energy. So we want to zoom in and see what it means for Virgo. Focusing in on this new moon energy in Virgo and how it will affect Virgo. Energetic themes. What will be surrounding Virgo during this time? What will Virgo be dealing with? What's the energy around Virgo? Keep in mind, these are general readings. They're not going to resonate for everyone. If you don't feel as if you get a message for your sun sign this time round, be sure to check your other placements. Particularly, I would suggest moon and rising. Zeroing in on the new moon in Virgo energy for Virgo. Energy around Virgo during the next couple of weeks. That's good. Thank you so much to everyone who has liked, shared, and subscribed. I truly do appreciate it. All right, let's get started. What's going on with Virgo? Whoa, hold on. Malfunction. All right, Virgo. So, looks like you're kind of sad. You're bummed out about something. You kind of want to take action, but there's definitely things you don't know right now. There are some unseen factors here. Again, we have this sense of wanting to take action. There's passion. It's like you're inspired to do something. A couple more cards for Virgo, please. Okay, Virgo, so you definitely are not in the greatest place. There is a sense of sadness, or you've kind of been stuck. You're not really moving forward, and you have a desire to. The Six of Swords is about moving on from something that was not necessarily good into something that is much better. And that is where you're at. You're very inspired to do this. You have a lot of passion around it. You want to move forward. For some of you, there might even be some sort of news that comes through that kind of initiates this. Page of Wands is initiating energy, and a lot of times it is communication, like a message someone's giving you that kind of spurs you to action. So there could be some information coming in that ignites a passion or ignites a desire in you to move forward on something and do something. You know, Ace of Wands, very much ready to do something. You want to move away from this sadness. You want to move away from feeling stuck. Sometimes when you get the Eight of Swords with the Five of Cups, it can be a sign of depression sometimes. So for some of you, it just may have been a really rough time, and you get some sort of news or information that really inspires you to kind of move on from it, you know, turn over a new page and move to something better in your life. But there's this moon here. So there's something that we don't know, that we don't see. Let's go a little bit further with this, Virgo. I don't like that Five of Swords, especially with this moon here. There may be someone trying to collaborate with you that isn't telling you everything. They may be keeping something from you. Judgment. Okay, so that's usually like a reckoning, something from the past. Okay, Let's clarify the moon real quick. Seven of Swords again. I think someone is not being truthful with you, Virgo. Clarify that Page of Wands, please. Drama. This is interesting. Oh my, and Five of Rings. Okay. So I'm not exactly sure at this point in the reading what comes first. I don't know if someone was lying to you in the past and you get this information about this past deceit, this past deception, and that's what spurs you, to move forward. You kind of want to turn your back on this person and move on to something better. It kind of feels like that, but we have this collaboration energy, which just makes me wonder if the deceit was in the past or if the deceit might be more current. So let's clarify a little bit more before I solidify anything here. Why is the Three of Pentacles here, please? Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So here's what I'm getting, Virgo. I feel like recently you have been existing in a space where you feel a little bit torn between doing for others and doing for yourself. There's a sense of two things kind of being pitted against each other or pulling you in different directions. One is very much self-care, individualism, your own personal success. And there's some sort of collaboration that kind of pulls you in an opposite direction. So this has been difficult. I think that's where a little bit of this Five of Cups energy is coming from. Just this little bit of a power struggle, or not necessarily even a power struggle, but just you being pulled in these two opposite directions. One of which is, important. They're both important. The people in your life are important, but it's also very important to take care of yourself. And there are things, there are factors, there are people in your life that kind of pull you in a way that makes taking care of yourself difficult. This is stressful. This produces sadness. This may even produce a little bit of depression. It's difficult. What it looks like is going on is that you're going to get some information about some sort of deception that has gone on. It might not be as dramatic as someone's lying to you. For some of you, sure. There's definitely a couple Virgos out there who are dealing with some liars. I'm not saying that you're not. But for others, it might not be that black and white. It could just be some sort of deception where they weren't 100% honest, or they weren't as upfront as they could have been. Maybe they left something out. Maybe they weren't disclosing their own personal feelings. Maybe they were going through something that they didn't really feel like sharing, and it impacted you, but it wasn't really about you, and that's why you didn't know. So we can't assume from these cards that the person outright lied to you in a deceptive manner, but there was definite deceit. There were definitely things you were unaware of. Things were kept from you, for sure. I think I'm going to clarify this Page of Wands a little bit further, but right now it's some sort of information coming in that spurs you on to action, and it is full of drama, it is full of conflict, and it has you wanting to turn your back on something completely, like shut the door on it. So I want one more clarifier on this page. I do feel you're going to get some information coming in that is pretty big, that really is going to disclose all of this. Like right now you're like, oh my gosh, you're crazy, I don't know what you're talking about. But for those of you that this is going to resonate, there is something coming in that's going to make all this make sense. You're going to learn something about something that was kept from you, or something you didn't know. in some way you didn't really have the whole truth about something, and you're going to learn what that was. And once you learn this information, it really, really spurs you to action. You want to now leave this yucky situation for something better, or this difficult situation for something better. Um, but it's heavy on the action. You know, you're going to be very passionate with this, and you are going to want to move forward and away from something. The judgment, again, I feel that is re emphasizing that it's something from the past coming back around, something you didn't know, and now information is coming to light, and it's kind of like putting things in a new light. You're learning things you didn't know before. Um, like your path is being corrected a little bit by giving you all the information. And the theme here is you were being pulled before, right? Like you didn't feel like you could really focus on yourself because there was this collaboration that was pulling you elsewhere. So the fact that this came up in this reading leads me to believe, Virgo, that this information coming in is related to that collaboration. I think whoever or whatever situation pulls you in the opposite direction from your own self-care and focusing on yourself and your own needs, whatever situation or whatever person is on the other end of that heave ho, you know, the other end of that rope, pulling you in that opposite direction, that's connected to this deception. So they may have not fully disclosed something to you. Um, they may have kept something from you, or they may have been dealing with something that they did not disclose to you they were dealing with. And you're about to learn all of this. So you kind of have been living in a difficult situation for someone or something else. You know, you're like making the sacrifice and living in this kind of balancing act and this being pulled in different ways. And it's been difficult and hard and kind of sad and depressing at times. And you've chosen to like live this way for this person or situation. You know, you've been existing in it and agreeing to continue to live in it. So it's a little major when this information comes in that kind of sheds new light on the situation and shows you that there's things you didn't know, but now you're going to know. So here's this new information, and it's going to sting a little bit, Virgo, because you were kind of sacrificing in a way for this person or for this collaboration or for this project, whatever it was that was pulling you. You know, you were sacrificing willingly, and at times not happy. At times you were really experiencing some bummed out feelings over how your life was, but you were doing it. And now you're about to learn all this information you didn't know before. And it's going to be a little hard. And I think it is going to sting a little bit. And it's going to really, really motivate you to do something. Clarify that Ace of Wands, please. Yeah. The Fool. It's like you're ready. What you get this information and you're ready. You're ready to try something new. Even if there's a risk involved, you kind of don't care. This is going to send you reeling a little bit, but it looks like it's going to light a fire under you to kind of accomplish something and move forward with something and take a risk for something. So this might be a little tricky. It might be a little hard, but it looks like it's for a good reason. Let's get some advice from the universe. What is the advice for Virgo here, please? Advice for Virgo. One card, please. One more card for Virgo. All right, Virgo. So I see here the advice is just kind of hang on. You know, you can not hang on in like a stuck way. That was poor word. Let's say you are strong enough to get through this. You are going to figure out how to balance this out. You are going to get through this time where things are going to be a little unpleasant, a little difficult, but you're going to figure it out. You're going to figure out how to use that in a way that is good for you, that is healing almost for you. You are persevering, you are pushing through, you're figuring it out, you're balancing your life out. So I think the advice here is just trust yourself a little bit. Once this information comes through and you feel this urge to do something, trust that you've gotten yourself this far and you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do to balance your life out now at this point. Now that you have all the factors and all the info, you know exactly what you should do and how to heal your life, how to heal the situation, how to heal yourself, whatever it is, you know what you need to do, and you need to kind of trust yourself, have patience with yourself, and allow yourself to make the choice you're going to make. I do want to clarify that Temperance card. Why is the Temperance card here? Yeah, that letting go, whatever it is you are going to be letting go of once you learn this information, by moving forward, you are choosing to let go of something. And what you let go of is going to help you in this balancing process. It's a healing thing. It's a good move for you. You're going to be letting go of and releasing what you need to let go of. Clarify this Two of Pentacles. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Yeah, so remember when I was talking back here about how you've been being pulled in different directions and something kind of pulls you away from focusing on yourself? So this balancing you're going to learn to do, this advice that you're getting where trust that you can balance this out, you're going to figure out how to exist in a much more fair space. Six of Rings is equal give and take, another balancing card. So you have this Two of Pentacles, the Temperance card, Six of Rings. Trust that you know what you're doing. You're going to make the right decision. If your passion leads you to choose something new or something different, trust that it's better for you. Trust that this is something that is going to be just more harmonious, more even, more fair. Just trust yourself that you're going to get through this as you should. Let's just pull one last card or two to make sure there's nothing that I have forgotten, something I didn't touch on that I needed to touch on. Yeah, it's just confirmation, Virgo. You're going to get this information. You're going to get this message. It is going to cause you to cut some people out or cut some situations out or cut some energy out. You're making boundaries. You're cutting something out of your life. But it's in the name of yourself. Self-care, focusing on yourself, focusing on your success, focusing on what makes you happy, focusing on what's healthy for you. It wasn't probably super healthy living in this Five of Cups, depressive, heavy energy, You had a lot of energy that wasn't really great for you, that you were existing in prior to this. And now you're making the moves you need to make to put your focus and your energy where it should be, which is your own health and your own happiness. So again, I want to reiterate, whatever it is that comes in, yes, it may be a little bit difficult. Trust, number one, that it's serving a purpose. It is important that you have all the information when you make choices in life, and now you're going to know what you didn't know before. So trust that this difficult time is with reason, and also trust yourself, Virgo. Trust that you're going to make good choices, even if you feel that it's a little bit impulsive, even if you can feel that you're kind of a little bit passionate in your decision. Trust that that's a good thing. Trust that that's the healing thing, that it's going to balance out your life and move you in the direction that is best for you. And I think I'm going to leave that there. I thank you so much again to everyone who has liked, shared, and subscribed, because I really, really appreciate it. And I really hope that the new moon brings good things your way, Virgo. I trust that you're going to get through this, and some really wonderful things are on the horizon for you. I will talk to you soon.